Hello, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and welcome to Love and Money Life.
Is this the first one that we've done in 2019?
Yes, 19.
Wow.
Here we are.
Can you
so
believe it's
glad.
2019? I can't.
Okay, I have to tell you guys something really
funky
funny
hair stuff going on.
before we
Sure.
get on.
Oh, look at that.
Okay,
Look at that
Scott
direction.
goes, I think we should introduce ourselves as
You are
Scott
not going to
and
share that.
the chubby couple. Because we're both feeling kind of chubby.
I gained some
Are
weight.
you guys feeling kind of chubby after
I gained
holidays?
some serious weight over the holidays. So
Yeah.
we went on this vacation.
And just
I
ate
think I was
whatever-
just like, I'm around a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old.
Who can eat literally like 5,000
And
calories.
so I did too. And now I'm looking in the mirror going, oh. And I got on the scale this morning and I'm like, oh, snap. We're the money couple, but this guy, the chubby couple. So I've got some work to do.
You said the chubby couple.
All right, but I didn't
Weren't
mean to
you
lie
referring
to
to me too?
No. Married for 20
Okay,
years, and she
that's what
thinks I'm going to
happens.
call her chubby.
He's a lot smarter.
Okay, listen,
than that.
this is ridiculous.
Okay.
We need to get to our point.
Okay,
today.
all right.
Why did
all right.
you even bring that up?
I don't know. I just thought it was funny, and I thought y'all would enjoy our little chubby humor.
Been
all
in
right?
the gym and everything. I did burpees today.
Okay. Ooh, burpees, nice.
The problem was my stomach flapped up and suction cupped against my forehead, poking out from under my t-shirt.
No wonder you're feeling chubby.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ew. All right, well, if you're feeling chubby, give us a thumbs up. Or we love hearts flying across the screen.
I'm just a big old belly for Scott. You can put that on there too.
There you go. Well, it's been so fun. We launched our radio show. We had our first program
great.
there on Saturday. So fun. And we just had lots of engagement there.
27 million listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not true. But maybe someday.
Well, we're so glad to be with you. We've got a really important topic to talk about today. Really, really important. And that is retirement relationship advice. You know, a lot of people get stuck on the money side of, just the money side in terms of the dollars and cents, the financial planning, financial advising side to retirement planning. But there's this whole other side of retirement planning, and that's the relationship side. And it all goes hand in hand. The money and the relationship side oftentimes
I
goes
think
hand
it's
in
even
hand.
more intense when you get into retirement because
as you're planning for it?
Yeah, you're planning for it, and when you get into it, if you haven't planned for it, it can be really ugly. And I've seen this in working with clients over the years, and so have you, that what happens is all of a sudden there's no job. So there's a lot more face time. There's a lot more opportunity to spend money. There's a lot more tension that just kind of comes between. So what we're talking about today is huge because you have to have these things talked out and worked through before you get there so that you don't get there and get sick of each other after 21 days.
Exact. 21 days?
Just made 21 days up.
Oh, I thought you meant 21 years.
No, 21 days in retirement.
Oh, got it. Oh, 21 days. Got it.
Got a
Okay.
piece of almond stuck back there. Trying the whole protein thing. Not going well. So, you know.
Okay.
All right.
Breath is terrible. Okay, anyway.
What?
I'm in a weird mood. All right. So here we go. We're talking about the retirement relationship side.
a little bit of a
retirement.
disaster today.
Exactly. Well, but we're glad you're here and joining us because we definitely are not perfect. That is for sure. All right. So the first mistake that oftentimes gets made is expecting your spouse to be like you when you're doing the planning. Okay, so we're talking about the planning like downtime, parenting, hobbies, those kind of things. What is the downtime in retirement going to look like? What is the time that you spend going to look like? Some people are really excited about the idea of mentoring other people, younger people. That sounds exciting to them. Other people get excited about spending time volunteering, that's the word, volunteering in different ministries, different organizations, different companies, so on and so forth. Nonprofits.
Hobbies are huge.
And hobbies are huge.
I'm excited to get hobbies. I was telling Bethany the other day, when the boys actually leave, so Cole's a junior and Cade's a freshman, and so we spend 4 nights a week at some kind of different sporting event, which we love. But I was like, when they graduate and go to college, like,
it's not going to be
what
there.
am I going to do 4 nights a week instead
Yeah.
of being in a gym or being on a field? And so I'm gonna have to get a hobby.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about sewing, maybe quilting. I don't know.
Quilting would
Give
be
me some
great.
suggestions.
I don't know. Hey, yeah, we'd love your suggestions. What should Scott be doing in his with his
Golfing
son?
and quilting.
Yeah,
Those are my big
exactly.
two, I think.
Exactly. But you know what? Life, it's a fourth quarter. It's another quarter of life. It's not like it's just going to be. Do you know statistically, if you live to 65, you have a greater chance to getting to 85 than you did to getting to 65 in the first place? So pretty interesting. So if you live to 65, you will probably live to 85 is the bottom line there. That's a whole quarter. That's a whole bunch of life. So really being on the same page with each other. How are we going to spend our time? What is the best way to make that happen?
Yep.
And some people, definitely want to have other income opportunities.
Yeah, some people want to work.
Yes,
some people
maybe
want
start a nonprofit.
I might
start
start selling my quilts.
There you go. Ooh, nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But really important to be on that same wavelength. Now, the second point is expecting your spouse to approach money decisions the same way you do. And here's what you can do, which is so, so cool, is use your money personalities to figure out how retirement is going to look. All right. Because your money personalities is the lens with which you see money. And we look at money and we have money decisions every single day. I mean, I just went to the gas station. I had to decide high grade, low grade, mid grade gas. I decided to go out to lunch today. I did not bring it in.
I brought mine in, but I'm
brought it
fat,
in.
so
There we
I
go.
had chicken and carrots.
There you are. You did have chicken and carrots.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And some almonds, which I guess wasn't the greatest idea.
Well, they're healthy. It's the healthy fat, but they have a lot of calories. Anyway,
Okay.
So all that is to say, this is how Scott and I are doing it, and maybe you can get an idea for yourselves. Now, here's the key. Both of you know what your primary and secondary money personalities are, not just your primary.
Right.
And here's why it's important. So Scott and myself, for example, we're both primary spenders. We love to spend money. We love to give gifts. We love to spend money on others. We love to spend money on ourselves. We like that sense. That's just how God made us.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem. But our secondary is very different. Scott's is a security seeker, so he needs a very much of a plan, and I'm a risk taker. So I like to do things kind of spur of the moment. Now, how would that play itself out in retirement? Scott needs a plan. Part of me is just like, well, we'll just kind of see how it all works out, and we'll just kind of spend every week we'll kind of do some different things. That's not okay for Scott.
Well, we can do different things. It just has to be planned.
Right, exactly. Okay, this is the week that we're going to do something spontaneous would be how it is. So this is how we have to talk about it. So we talk
So is that
about,
like going to IHOP or something? Spontaneous in retirement? I don't know.
that's an idea.
Just kidding.
It's an idea, but let me show you how it played. Our money personalities played itself out in terms of our planning of where we're going to live. Okay, because where you're going to live is a huge part, and getting on the same page of that is a huge part of planning for your future. We decided in our first year of official retirement, what we're going to do is we're going to live in 4 different places
For 2 months.
for 3.
Well, 2 months because we'll do 2 months at home.
Yeah, that's true.
Bouncing back.
Right, exactly. So anyway, we've got that all planned out. He gets to pick 2 places. I get to pick 2 places. So we'll have a plan, but it'll be different. It'll be adventurous. It'll be kind of fun. And that's where I get really fulfilled. So that's how we are doing that. Then we're like, we don't want to live in necessarily one place. We don't know where our kids are going to live, and we want to be able to visit them. So where is going to be the best place to live to be able to have the easiest access to be able to go visit them? Maybe live by them. I don't know, but
In their basement. maybe.
yeah, no, I know, definitely.
Just-
no.
that was a
oh my
total
gosh,
joke.
I can't. No, don't even joke about that.
Sorry,
We are
sorry.
not. Okay, do not live in your kid's house. Okay, that's just not a good idea. Anyway, for lots of reasons, but all that is to say, you can use your money personalities to satisfy you both, and to have a way to have a conversation about it. I mean, sometimes we just. If you don't have that intentional way to talk about it with your money personalities, it makes it kind of hard. You can kind of float all over. So you go, how can my spender be satisfied? How can my risk taker be satisfied? How can his spender be satisfied? And how can his risk taker be satisfied?
Security seeker.
Security seeker be satisfied. Now, here's the other thing. So because we like to spend money and we love to give gifts, we love to give, like when there's a need, just like, what's the need? Let's go do it. We love that. We've got to make sure we have enough money to saved
Yeah.
in order to make that happen. See, so we know that. We're like, okay, we're both spenders. We don't want to be restricted by how much we spend in those later years. So we better make sure we save a lot now. So we've got that motivation to save because we have that to look forward to. See how that works? So it's really kind of neat. Not kind of neat, it's really neat. It's imperative, and it's really, really helps give you intentionality to your planning. So make sure you know your primary and your secondary money personalities. Go to our website at themoneycouple.com. Take that assessment. If you forgot what they are, just take the assessment again. It takes 10 minutes or less. It's all done scientifically from a statistical scientist from Stanford who helped us put it together, and we're really super excited. So use those for yourself. All right, the next thing is, talk about the third one, honey.
Yeah, so the third one is you have to set expectations with each other, especially when it comes to your kids. And here's where I think where we have to work through, and what we're going to talk a lot about, is I would be more than happy to take care of my grandkids. I just love playing, and I love doing all that stuff. But Bethany's like, well, yeah, I want to take care of the kids, make sure our boys are going on their date nights and doing those things. But she doesn't want to make the grandkids a part-time job. Whereas for me, whatever. So what we see especially this issue, is it's really important that we set expectations with each other, but that we're also setting expectations with our kids. Even if,
I'm not, from my perspective, I don't want to be the free babysitter that they call 24/7. So we've got to agree about that. So if that ever happens, we know, no, we're happy to, sit for you once a week, and blah, 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 or whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is, because there's no right or wrong in that area.
Right, there is no right or wrong. No. It's just what's right or wrong for you as a couple.
Right.
So how, we have to work through that issue, and we will.
Is that a hint?
But the reality is, I see this create, and you see this create so much turmoil and tension amongst couples, where one is like, yeah, let's make this our part-time job. How much money you're going to spend on your kids and your grandkids, all of those things. So start having those conversations before you're actually in retirement, being proactive with the conversation about how are our grandkids going to look, how are they going to play into that, how are our kids going to work, how are they going to play into that. And the great part is, for most of us, we're still going to be working when our kids get married and have kids. So we're going to have a couple years to kind of see how it's working, kind of set some perspective. But then when you get into retirement, you have a plan, you've got an agreed upon plan. I'm assuming we'll take the grandkids on vacation about 10 times a year. I don't know how she feels about that, but we'll work through it, But those are the types of things that we and you have to have conversations before we're actually in retirement, we're actually in the mix, because we want to make sure that we're on the same page.
That's right. So there you be. All right, 3 things to think about. Expectations with each other in terms of your time. Expectations in terms of each other in terms of your money personalities, and expectations with the kids. All right, so there you have it. Love and Money Live. We're so glad you joined us today. If you have any comments, please let us know. We love to hear. As a matter of fact, I just got an email yesterday at Scott and Bethany at themoneycouple.com, if you ever want to email us, just telling us how excited she was that she just got her new Money Personality Insights report. So when you find out your money personalities, you also have access to pick up a copy of your Money Personality Insights reports, which is about 17, 18 pages that just dives really deeply into those money personalities. Super cool. So again, so glad you joined us. And as always,
make it happen.